Hey everyone, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about something many people misunderstand, how real innovation actually happens inside a company. It's not about a genius in a garage or a sudden spark of inspiration. In the real business world, game-changing products come from a structured process. In this video, we are going to break that process into two simple parts. How a company decides where to search for new ideas, and then how it chooses which idea is worth developing. By the end, you will see that innovation is more about method, not magic. So let's get started.
So, how does a company actually go from just a vague idea to a product that completely changes the game? It's really not about one person having a single flash of genius. It's a structured, methodical journey, and we're about to walk you right through it.
We all love that story, right? The lone inventor in a garage has a eureka moment. But let's be honest, in the corporate world, that's pretty much a myth. Real, repeatable innovation isn't about just sitting around and waiting for lightning to strike. It's about building a lightning rod. It's a process.
And that process is exactly what we're going to focus on. We're going to break down this formal journey of innovation into its two big phases, and you'll see how it's all about method, not magic, that gets the real results.
At its heart, this whole thing splits into two big questions. First up, you have the strategic process. This is all about figuring out the right playground. Which markets, which technologies, which customer problems, where should we even be looking? And then, once you've got that figured out, the operative process kicks in to actually run the race and find the winning ideas inside that playground. So, let's start with that first part, the big picture phase, the strategic process. This is where a company has to decide where to even begin searching for its next big breakthrough. So what is it officially? Well, the strategic process is all about foresight. It's a really deep dive into where the world is headed. The goal here isn't to find a specific product idea just yet, not at all. It's about using that foresight to find the most fertile ground where those future innovations are most likely to pop up. And this analysis is pretty comprehensive. You're looking at what customers are going to need tomorrow, not just what they want today. You're also looking inward, right? Identifying which of your own products are the most important ones to protect and to evolve. Ultimately, it's all about mapping out those clear opportunities for future growth and profit. So, the big, tangible thing that comes out of all this strategic work is a set of clearly defined search fields. Think of them like designated hunting grounds for innovation. It's a huge deal because now, instead of just chasing random ideas all over the place, the company knows exactly where to focus its time, its money, and its best people. Okay, so you've defined your search fields. You know exactly where you're supposed to be looking. Now it's time for the operative process. This is the phase where you actually find and then you test the ideas you discover within those fields. This is where the rubber really meets the road. The operative phase is about coming up with specific ideas that fit inside those search fields, and this part is absolutely crucial, putting them through a standardized, really rigorous evaluation to see which ones have what it takes.
The whole journey really works like a funnel. It starts super wide with that big strategic analysis, then it narrows down to those specific search fields. Then it filters the actual ideas through a really tough evaluation, and ultimately it ends with a single clear decision.
And this evaluation, this is the real heart of the operative process. It's a proving ground where every single promising idea has to justify its own existence against a very tough, very specific list of business criteria.
I mean, this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? An idea can feel brilliant, totally amazing, but feelings don't pay the bills. How do you actually separate a potential blockbuster from what could be a really costly distraction? Well, you need a scorecard.
So what's on that scorecard? Well, our source material actually outlines a very specific set of criteria that every single idea gets measured against. Let's break them down.
Every idea has to run this 7-point gauntlet. It's not just about, hey, does this solve a customer problem or is the technology cool? It's about the whole shebang, the entire business case. Is the market big enough? Can we actually make money from this? And maybe most importantly, does this even fit with our long-term company strategy? But here's the thing, this isn't a one-time test. The real key, and this is so smart, is that the evaluation gets harder as an idea moves along. The questions get more precise. So a gut feeling might get an idea in the door, but to get it all the way to the finish line, you need hard data, you need financial models, you need quantitative proof. So after an idea has somehow survived this whole gauntlet, which keeps getting harder and harder, it finally reaches the end of the line. All the analysis is done, it's time for the final verdict.
And after all that work, it just comes down to a simple binary choice: go or no go. You either commit the serious resources needed to start development, or you decide the idea just isn't strong enough and you move on.
And this brings us to what might be the most important takeaway of all: innovation. It's not just about chasing shiny new opportunities. It's also a really powerful defensive weapon. It's absolutely essential for protecting your most important products from getting disrupted by somebody else.
And that leaves us with a final thought to take with you. It's so easy to think about innovation as just creating something new and exciting, but maybe the most powerful question you can ask is this: what is the single biggest threat to your business that your next innovation could completely neutralize? Something to think about.
And that's the journey. First, choosing the right direction, and then carefully testing and evaluating ideas until only the strongest ones remain. Innovation is not guessing, it is a controlled process that helps companies find winning ideas, avoid costly mistakes, and stay ahead of competitors. It also protects existing products from being replaced by someone else. If you enjoyed this simplified breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and share it with anyone who is interested in business, strategy, or product development, or you can say the R&D project management. And tell me in the comments, what do you think is the biggest threat or opportunity in your industry right now? Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.